Jamila Spears says her half-sister, Dominique Spears, stole her cell phone, forged her checks, and stole her social security number to open up a calling card in Jamila's name. She's suing Dominique for $1,780. Dominique says Jamila conned her into moving in with her so she'd get a free babysitter. Dominique admits she stole Jamila's cell phone, but says she had to because Jamila never let her use the phone.
First month you were there, how many job applications did you put in?
Countless.
Countless? How many countless?
I put in about 20, 30 different applications. I would go to the malls every day.
All right. How many job interviews did you have in the first month you were there?
I would say I had about 5 or 6 interviews.
Where? Tell me where they were.
I had interviews at the malls, every different little shop, clothing store, shoe store. I had interviews.
You know, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You can't sit here and tell me you had 5 interviews the first month and tell me you had an interview at every clothing and shoe store at the mall.
I had interviews. There was even a situation where I hooked her up with a temp agency, gave her the number to the temp agency, told her to call. I even set the appointment for her to go. Okay, I think it was like at 11 o'clock. I called back numerous of times, and the phone was busy, and I knew she was on the internet. So I didn't even, at first I used to tell her to get off the internet, because I know she was get out there and get a job. But she didn't, I didn't know. I decided to wait until I got home and see how the interview went. So I was like, okay, Dominique, how'd the interview go? She was like, oh, it went good. I didn't know she didn't even go because the phone was busy the whole time. She never even went. She was on the internet.
What happened that day? She comes in and says, how'd the interview go? What did you say?
I said it was fine.
Did you go to the interview?
I didn't go because I did not want to hear her mouth. I didn't want to hear her argue with me.
You didn't want to hear her mouth? Is that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor, I said that, but the other reason is because the buses run every hour. You know, if the buses run every hour, I got on the bus, I didn't know my way around, I got lost, and so I was like, okay, I got lost, I didn't know my way back. So
I think you're lying. I think you're lying. You're going to tell me that you wandered around on the bus. So why is it that whenever she called, she got a busy signal?
Because you're on the internet.
Because you were on the internet.
In chat room. I'm calling, and I'm not on chat room, using my phone to call long distance, calling California all day, and calling up to
every... All right, hold on, just a second. Let's take this systematically. All right, tell me about the phone bill, because that's part of what you talked about in this claim. What happened with the phone bill?
I put a block, a long distance block, on my phone.
Why was it necessary to do that?
Because I didn't want her, actually, my father called me, and he told me that their phone bill was like almost $200. Okay, that she was calling different places. So I was like, well, let me put a block on my phone so she doesn't use the phone and call over the world. And so then I also decided to put a block on the internet so she couldn't use the internet any longer. So she would get motivated and get out and get a job.
Why was it necessary for her to put a block on the phone? Were you making long distance calls on her phone?
I met a friend out there and I made one distance phone call. I didn't know that.
Only one?
I made one call. You know what? I didn't. That was after the fact that you wanted me out of your house. I had to do what I had to do to get out. That was after the fact. No, it wasn't after the fact.
What now?
If you look at the phone records, they began starting like October 2nd. Okay, everything was fine. Everything, she was still supposed to be out there.
So how much?
No, it was not. It wasn't right. I was in North Carolina 31st of October. One phone bill was like $460 something. Okay, and she ran that up within a week. Okay, she stole my identity, stole my social security card, and got the phone.
Wait, I don't want to miss this. She ran up a $460 phone bill. Is this before you put this? This is after
I put the block on the phone. This is after.
So how was she able to do this?
Because she called the phone company, the long distance carrier, pretended like she was me, got my social security number, and got a calling card. Put it in my name.
Got a calling card?
Yeah, I did that to her to the fact that she wanted me out of her house. After I took in her cell phone, she was like, I don't care what you do, I want you out of my house.
Oh, so you just heard that, right?
You just heard that, right?
Hey, back up. Tell me about the cell phone.
Okay, the reason why, because she took me off the internet. I calling different places. She took me off the internet. I couldn't use the phone before I even got the code to unblock the phone. I took her cell phone because she told me that I need you can't call on the phone. So I was calling different places. I couldn't use the phone. The only other alternative was for me to use the cell phone. No, it wasn't the only alternative.
Stop right there.
Steal my cell phone? That's your alternative? Yes, it is.
Stop right there. Hold it. So now she blocks the phone. Are you telling me here in this courtroom that you
Hatchett returns.